Hi all, welcome to GrapeCity Documents webinar. We are excited to announce the new v4.1 release, and today I will present the new features we have included in this release. My name is Shilpa Sharma. I am Product Manager for GrapeCity Documents. If you have any questions or feedback on the new features, please email me on this address. Before I move on to the agenda of the webinar, let me give you an overview of what GrapeCity Documents is about. So productivity, efficiency, and security, these are key aspects of document management. And this is the reason why organizations are shifting from paper documents to digital documents. So with trillions of electronic data that is floating over the web, the documents are being generated from data, reports, analysis, and collaborations, user inputs, for storage, retrieval of data, or sharing data across at runtime every day. So GrapeCity Documents is a set of document APIs that helps create, load, edit, save, convert XLSX spreadsheets, PDF, images, and docx files using C#.NET, VB.NET, or Java. There is no dependency on Acrobat or MS Office Suite products. These set of APIs are fully supported on .NET 5, and also included in GrapeCity Documents is GrapeCity Documents PDF Viewer. It's a JavaScript-based PDF documents viewer and editor. It helps to view, edit, design, fill, submit, or print PDF forms or PDF documents over the web, and also save modified PDFs on the client. So the snapshot you see over here is GrapeCity Documents PDF Viewer with a PDF that has been generated with GrapeCity Documents for PDF or GCPDF API. Multiple users are seen here collaborating over the PDF documents, and they are using comment and reply tool to comment over the documents. Also included are other products. You can have a look on www.grapecity.com/documents-api. So here is the agenda for the webinar. I will share details of the major highlights in v4.1 release and demonstrate some of these features. So in GrapeCity Documents for PDF or GCPDF, we add the ability to extract content from tagged PDFs, apply polygonal redaction, and in GrapeCity Documents PDF Viewer, our web-based viewer, or we also call GCPDF Viewer, we add the new graphical signature tool that helps add graphical signatures over PDF documents, add images and link annotations over the PDF, and customize viewer UI. In GrapeCity Documents for Excel or GC Excel, we have improved the performance of the template processing and added new formula parser. Starting with GrapeCity Documents for PDF, we now support the ability to extract content from tagged PDFs. In last few releases, we supported extracting content from PDF documents. And now in addition to that, we will now also allow parsing the tags of PDF document and extracting specific content from those tags. Accessibility standards require PDF files to be tagged, and these PDF files actually contain metadata describing the whole logical structure of the PDF document, and this makes it easier for screen readers to actually extract text or graphics from such PDF files and present that file content in the correct order. So you see over here, this is an invoice document with tags specific to paragraph or table or the heading sections in the PDF document. So the new logical structure class together with the recognition.structure namespace will allow you to extract the whole logical structure of the PDF document. You can parse the tags and extract data from specific tags, and you can write that data to any document format. So let me show you an example of how this content is extracted from tagged PDFs. So this is a tagged PDF document with different sections and different tags. And suppose we just want to extract the paragraph tagged content. So this is our sample browser. So here we have the sample of highlighting this paragraphs in the PDF document with the paragraph tag. So if you see in the code, the logical structure class has been defined over here, and the document can get the whole logical structure of the document, and you pass it to this function. So here you can just traverse through each content item and get the paragraph tagged content. and then just draw a polygon around it. So this is how you can extract content from the paragraph tags. You can also extract content from the heading tags and use that to build a outline structure of the document. So this outline structure has been created using the heading tags extracted from the PDF document, and you can jump to any location in the document. You can also extract table data from the document. So if you have a document like this which has a table content, you can extract that content and use it in another PDF or any other document. So that's about extracting content from tagged PDFs. Moving on, GrapeCity Documents for PDF or GCPDF now also supports polygonal redaction. So previously GCPDF supported rectangular redaction, but since the content is split across different regions, there may be requirements to redact certain areas of PDF not only as rectangular but also as polygonal redaction. So GCPDF's redaction tool is an efficient tool to completely remove the data from PDF documents. And now you can perform polygonal redaction using the new add polygon method that just takes in the points defining the polygon and the polygon fill mode. Next in line is the new graphical signature tool that we release in GrapeCity Documents PDF Viewer. This tool will help you add graphical signatures over your PDF documents. You can type, draw, or add image signature through the signature tool dialog. You can set other properties you want over the signature. You can also save the signature so that next time you revisit the dialog, the signature will be saved. This signature is actually saved with the active user using the applications. So you will have to set the current username property in JS code, and once added over the PDF document, you can also modify the signature properties through the property panel. The signature tool is available by default in the annotation editor layout, or you can also choose to add the signature tool through code in a different layout of your choice. This dialog you see can be customized. So if you want to change the title of the signature dialog, you can do so through code. Or if you want to just show the draw tab and not the type and image tab, you can do it through JS code. Let's see how this tool works. So this is a simple lease agreement that needs to be signed by the landlord and the tenant. So they are geographically at different locations, so they can open the PDF in PDF viewer on the web, and they can sign the PDF document and send it back. So all you need to do is to open the annotation editor from here, and the signature tool will be available by default in the layout. So you open the signature tool, and here you see you can either type or you can draw or add image signature of your choice. So let's type the signature. So you can just write your signature over here, and you can set any property of your own and save the signature and just press add. So you will see this added to the bottom of the document, and you can just drag and drop it anywhere on the desired location in the PDF document. And this is how you add a signature over the PDF document. You can set the signature properties, and when you save this document and open it, so you see this is saved in the PDF document. Now this signature tool is added by default in the annotation editor layout. If you want to add the signature tool in a different layout, for example in the default toolbar layout, and you do not need other buttons, so you can just set the button key of this sign tool, its edit sign tool, in the default toolbar layout, and it will start showing over here. Now you can also add this signature tool using a link. So if you see in this document, these are the link annotations which have been added from the annotation editor. When you drop them over here, you can set the JS action code here, and you can set it to open the sign tool on the click of it. So when you see at runtime, you can open the signature tool from here as well. You can also customize the signature tool dialog. So if you see over here, if you click this dialog, you will see this dialog being displayed at the bottom of the PDF document with the title changed, and by default it is only showing the draw tool. So how to do that? So you just set the sign tool options at the GCPDF viewer options property, and you set the selected tab to draw, and you hide the other toolbars. You can set the dialog location to bottom, and at runtime you can just check uh, if the dialog subject is landlord, or if landlord has clicked the link annotation, then you set the title as landlord, else you set the title as tenant. And this is how it will start showing. So that's about our signature tool dialog. You can also check our other samples in our sample browser. It is now possible to add images to PDF documents. So whether it's a PDF document of loan application or a job application which requires you to upload your image, you can now do so using GCPDF viewer. So the viewer now adds the stamp annotation tool in its toolbar, using which you can just directly browse to the image dialog, and you can choose image of your own, or you can directly drag drop image from your local folder or a remote URL. Once added, you can set the properties of the stamp annotation in the property panel. Let's see how it works. So this is a job application PDF document which requires you to upload the image. So you open the annotation editor, you choose the stamp annotation tool and drop it over the image area, and you choose the applicant photo, and if you want you can reset the aspect ratio using this property in the stamp annotation properties. And this is how you add image on the document. If you save this image and open it, you will see the image has been added to the PDF document and saved into it. The next feature that we introduce in GCPDF viewer is the ability to add links to PDF documents. The link annotation has been added to the default toolbar layout of the viewer. You can add a link of type URL, a destination, an action, or a JavaScript action over PDF documents. This link annotation can be added over any text, any image, or any area in the PDF document, or if there is any existing annotation, it can be added over it. The link annotation can be added from the toolbar, or you can select some text and add link annotation from the context menu. Once added, the link annotation properties can be set in the property panel, or you can also modify the properties of existing link annotation. I will now move on to the demo of this feature. So if you have an article that's a PDF document opened in PDF viewer, and you want your users to click over a word that can show the search results related to it. So open the annotation editor and add the link annotation from the toolbar over the keyword, and set the link annotation properties in the property panel. So since you need to add a type URL over the keyword, so you set the type to URL, you set the URL link to bing.com and the search keyword, and you can set the search result to open in a new window, so you set it to true, and when you see it at the runtime, this will be now highlighted, and you click over it and it will be going to the search results. So that's how you add a link over existing text in the document. You can also do the same by selecting a text and right clicking it and choosing the add link option from here. It will add another link in the document. That's about the link annotation. We have added various samples which are all related to how to use link annotations in PDF viewer. You can also set link annotation to a JavaScript action. For example, if you want certain text area to open the sign tool in this dialog, you can do so by setting the link annotation over that text and choosing the type of link as JS action and setting your JavaScript code over here. So this code will open the sign tool on click of this link. So at runtime, you see this will open the sign tool dialog. You can also open a mail program over this text. So all you have to do is add a link over this text and set the URL to mail to and your email ID. You can also set your link to explicit destination in a page. For example, if you want to jump over a certain page and you want that page number to open over the whole page, so you can just set the link annotation to type destination and choose the destination type of one of these. This option will set the page to fit the whole page, and you set the destination, so you need to jump to page number 2. So at runtime, this will jump to page number 2 set to whole page. You can also choose to set your link to navigate to a certain document page within the document. So if you want certain text to jump to another page in the document, you just set a link annotation over here, set the type as action, choose any action from this list of drop down. So you need to jump to the next page, so you choose next page, and you'll see that at runtime this will jump to the next page. So that was about the link annotation. The next feature that we support in GCPDF Viewer is the ability to customize the viewer UI. So if you want to change the SVG icons of the toolbar items, or you want to just customize this sidebar panel and toggle the button visibility, just create a custom panel with using React and without JSX code, or you want to just change the theme of the viewer using CSS styles, you can apply your own CSS styles. You can localize the viewer in any language. You can now do all this with v4.1 release. So the viewer over here, you see, has been completely customized. The toolbar icons have been modified with a different theme, while the sidebar buttons have been modified as well. You can do so in the style element of your HTML code, or you can apply external style sheet over the viewer. You can also customize the sidebar and choose to display some message depending on the user using the application, or change the sidebar SVG icon. You can localize the viewer in a language required by your application. For example, you can modify the tooltip language. Another customization that you can do is lock the fields of the PDF form depending on the user who is accessing the application. So suppose it's an anonymous user who wants to access this application and fill the PDF form fields, and we need to lock the fields depending on this user. So you can just set it to lock all fields, and this can be locked for this particular user. So those are some examples of how you can customize the viewer. You can have a look on these customization samples that we added in our sample browser. Moving on with GrapeCity Documents for Excel, the major highlight for this release is the performance improvement we've made in process template method to process templates. If you have an Excel template where you have defined the template fields and you process this template using the process template method to generate a full Excel report, this process will be several times faster than before. As you see here, the performance improvement has been made tremendously for different set of record counts. For 100,000 records, the Excel report can now be generated in just 5 seconds, and the memory consumption has also gone down with this release. Next feature included in this release is the new formula parser that helps parse formulas into a syntax tree. So if you have an Excel document that has formulas over several cells and you just want to modify a part of the formula, not the entire formula, you can now do so using the new formula parser. The new GrapeCity.documents.excel.expressions namespace has been introduced, and the formula syntax tree class is the entry point in this API. This will help you parse the formulas in Excel documents. You can generate the formula, modify parts of the formula, parse the formula, and apply format options or print the syntax tree. So if you have a formula like this, you see here there are different parts of the formulas: a function, an operator, number value. So if you parse this formula, then it can be broken down into different nodes: the operator node, the function node, or the number node. And you can then also parse different parts of the formula and then apply the modification. So with this, we come to the end of this webinar. We have included several more features in this release. Make sure to visit full release in this blog link. Thank you.